Our Coach's Corner segment with Coach Matt Griffith, the head football coach and athletic director at Sylacauga High School. Coach, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Nice spring in the step on a cool morning like this.
I mean, it is a cool morning, almost like October.
It is. Big win for the Aggies, first home game of the year against Anniston Friday night.
Yeah, it's always good to get a win at home, the first home game. I mean, very good football team, even though they're 4A and we're 5A, but very, very fast, very well coached. Coach Bullock does a good job over there. We always have our hands full every year we play Anniston. You know, last year it went overtime. This year could have gone either way. It was a 17-6 game. We drop a touchdown pass. We miss an open receiver, but they drop a touchdown pass. They had a lot of penalties that helped us out, so we're tickled to death to get a win. We're still making a lot of mistakes that we've got to get corrected, but you know, we're happy for the win.
Seemed like it took a little while to get jump-started Friday night.
It did. You know, and that's twice. I mean, it took a quarter for us to finally, it took them scoring to wake us up. And I don't know if that's our youth, if it's inexperience, but once they scored, I think our kids kind of went, okay, all right, let's go. And then we played extremely well in the second half. I think we played better defensively and offensively in the second half.
They throw the ball a little bit more than you thought?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they've got a good running back. They've got a good running quarterback. And he came out slinging it, and he didn't stop. I mean, and he would run all the way down to the 20, then he'd start throwing the football again. And, you know, I guess that's their philosophy. They want to throw the football more than they run it. And so, yeah, it took us a little off guard, but it was a smart play at first. They're very fast, and they're spreading you out. They're making your linebackers run laterally. And if they can outrun your linebackers on those bubbles, it gave us some difficulty at first.
Seemed to be in the second half better balance on offense and running and throwing the football.
Yeah, you know, we came out throwing the ball, and Keaton just his first 2 or 3 throws are kind of off balance. He's getting his feet too wide. Once he settled down, he threw well. I think we were 8 for 11 or 8 for 12 for 112 yards. We probably dropped a 50-yard touchdown pass. We should have been about 11 for 12 to 12 for 13 for 200 yards passing, and we'd have been very pleased with that. You know, Tashawn rushed for over 100. Keaton's in that 70 to 80-yard range, and that's kind of where we want to be. We want to rush for 200. We want to throw for over 150, and we're getting closer to that.
And you had a big throw and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, we did. I mean, that was Dalen Keith again. You know, we hit him on a deep out route, and he turns it up and takes it to the house. So, you know, that's 2 in a row for Dalen as far as he returned a kickoff last week, and now he's done this. He's an extremely good athlete, and he's a great kid. You know, you're talking about a straight A kid, fantastic mama. So, you know, yeah, we're proud for Dalen right now.
Sylacauga special teams played a key role in the win Friday night.
Well, you know, you get a field goal. Riley's almost 100, you know, always 100% on his extra points. Our punting game really helps us out. Bailey is an extremely good punter as well as a wide receiver. He gets tremendous hang time that allows our coverage to get down there. They were catching it, but they weren't getting about 8 to 9 yards per return because he kicks it so high. And I thought that was a big not giving them good field position.
Defense, you give up one score, that's it.
Gave up 1 score. It took about a half for us to settle down defensively and get our linebackers right. I thought the secondary played very well. We came up with 2 picks, 2 big picks in the end zone that really helped us. So, you know, we're starting to play a little bit better.
17-6 Sylacauga over Anniston. Now we turn our attention to the Lincoln Golden Bears, and there's a lot of stories coming into this game.
Yeah, they are, and I'm sure that Matt's over there, and I'm sure he's tired of hearing it, and wants to focus on the ball game, and you know, it's like everybody said, this is a Sylacauga versus Lincoln. This is not between 2 coaches. We are good friends. We will remain good friends. You know, this week is probably the first week in 12 years that we have not spoke, and then we'll speak right before the game, and then after the game, it'll be back to me and him calling each other 2 or 3 times a week. But you know, right now, it's about Sylacauga beating Lincoln, and to him, it's Lincoln versus Sylacauga, and you know, I've wished him the best besides this Friday night. You know, and I'm sure he's doing the same.
Coach Matt Zedeker, the head football coach at Lincoln, of course, longtime assistant here at Sylacauga.
Yeah, longtime assistant, alumni, played here. His dad always helped us out. His dad coached 7th and 8th grade and was always around, helped me with the 9th grade. So the family's very ingrained in Sylacauga and very ingrained in Sylacauga football.
It's got to make you feel good to see one of your assistants step up to the next level.
Well, absolutely. I mean, we were proud when he took it. Now, and I encouraged Matt to go interview for it because I knew he wanted to be a head coach, and I thought it'd be a good experience for him. I didn't think he was going to take it. But when he did, he had put his pros and he's put his cons, and it was a great move for him. He really felt it was a program ready to take, especially on the 5A level, and I think it was too. I'm telling you, he's doing a great job. They're going to struggle at first, but they are loaded with athletes. His quarterback and his Z receiver and his running back is as good as anything we'll face. And they've got us very concerned there because they're playing better ball. I know they're giving up a lot of points, but they're giving up a lot of points to two pretty good football teams. So, we're proud of him. We just don't want to quite be proud of him Friday night.
And offensively, they're putting some points on the board.
They are. I mean, listen, the quarterback and the number 6 kid is probably as fastest kid as I've seen in a long time. And the quarterback's so scary that anytime you flush him out of the pocket, he's gone. He's hard to tackle. So we've got our hands full Friday night. I know people are looking at Sylacauga as 2-0 and Lincoln is 0-2, but they've got athletes that scare you. They've got a good coaching staff working very hard now, doing things the right way. And, it's our kids have got to be prepared to come to play.
That can become a good rivalry for Sylacauga and Lincoln, not only from a coach's standpoint, but it's a region game, too.
It's a region game. It's a county game. And it's a game that, listen, you're starting region play. If you want to go to the playoffs, it starts with this game.
And with the schedule Sylacauga's got, very difficult in region play, it's very important you get off on the right foot.
Absolutely, because your region play continues to get tougher. You've got Beauregard coming up, you've got Valley, you've got Talladega, you've got Clay Central, you've got a Cleveland County, you've got, it just keeps on and on and on. It's a very tough region that we're in.
Second game of the season for Sylacauga, and about this time you starting getting nicks and bruises. Right. Everything else okay?
We seem to we get the Ridgeway kid back this week, and he's been running good on that ankle. I don't know how much playing time he'll get. He'll get some. He's not quite ready yet as far as reps. Devontae Green came back last week. We're a little nicked up as far as some slight strains on some muscle, but we don't have, knock on wood, we don't have any injuries that will keep a kid from playing right now.
And even though it is Lincoln and Sylacauga, your kids know Coach Zediker. They have a high respect for him. And I guess this week has been a lot of extra preparation with not so much mentally because they know Coach Zediker and respect him so much.
Well, the biggest problem we're going to run into is, we've faced each other for 12 years across the offensive defensive spectrum. And then the last 6, he was defensive coordinator. He knows what we really want to do. He knows when we get in formations what we're trying to do out of those formations, and he knows our calls.
How do you tweak that?
Well, we tweaked all our wristband calls, but there's some things that you can't put on wristbands that you just have to vocally or signal. And, we've tried to switch those up a little bit, but it's going to come down to this. He can know it. They can know it, we can know it. It's going to come down to execution. Yeah. Some of it we're just going to let go and say, hey, look, he may know it's coming. We're going to do it because it's there. Mm-hmm. And so it's another thing. He can know it, but he's got to be able to teach his kids how to line up to it. So, but it has been concerning. There was a long Sunday meeting on those kind of things, knowing, Matt does a good job of breaking everything down by formation and what you want to do out of that formation. So, they will be well prepared.
Well, bottom line is it's player on player.
It is player on player. Coach Posey used to say it all the time when he was my defense coordinator. And he would tell the kids, bottom line, we're going to line you up where you need to be, and players have to make plays. If you're an unblocked guy, you got to make a tackle. Yeah. If you're a running back, you got to make a guy miss. And players make plays.
All right. 13-year head coach at Sylacauga High School, Matt Griffith, our guest this morning. Sylacauga and Lincoln up in beautiful Lincoln, Alabama, North Talladega County. Nice stadium there. It'll be a big crowd, I'm sure. Coach, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having me this morning.
Coach Matt Griffith, head football coach and athletic director at Sylacauga High School. We continue with more after this.